Young man, park this car. Give me your phone password, your NEPA bill, and the name of your HK. And by the way, come here. What's your blood group?
My blood group, sir. PDP, sir. When man no get work.
My name is David.
David. So what do you think about this whole system, everything going on in general? What do you think about it?
Now, we are all here to lend our support to the NSAS movement. Now, this NSAS movement is a generic term. It cuts across all the entire forces in Nigeria. The police, the military, the navy, all of them, they have been the problem of Nigerians. They are meant to protect innocent citizens, but they are not.
So what do you think can be done? What do you think can be done?
The solution lies in the system. We have a system that, I will say, encourages all this nonsense. We need a system that will fix it and fix it good. Now, so we're calling on the government to come in and reform the whole system. We are in a nation whereby a military man will come in, in fact, with their uniform, they keep intimidating others. In other countries, you hardly see a military man in their uniform, but in Nigeria, it's common. They wear it just to intimidate others. And then this police, the same thing. We have a lot of cases here and there, It's really touching. So for me, it's all lies in the system. If we could get a system that is working, I believe Nigeria will be a better place.
Yeah, my name is Mighty.
Oh, hello, Mighty. I can see you are here today, even if we are very busy. And so what do you think about all this? What do you think about everything going on generally?
Yeah, what I will say is what we are seeing today is a historic moment. And I'm very happy that I'm part of this history in making. Because since 1960, the crop of politicians that have been in power since then, they are still there. And specifically Buhari. Since Buhari have ascended power, he hasn't done nothing.
Nah, he's been a bad boy.
He has been a bad boy. He hasn't done nothing. And he's so nepotistic, chronistic, and the whole country is upside down. Because sometimes I wonder if Nigeria has a president, because I don't know what is going on. Now the whole country is on fire, and even since today I think is making it the 11th day, and Buhari hasn't said anything tangible.
So what message do you have for Buhari?
Buhari, I want to beg you in the name of God, and I want to beg you in the name of Allah. Please, I want you to resign. Buhari, please resign. You are old. You need to go and rest and stay with your family. Please, Buhari, you need to go. Buhari, you must go. Buhari must go.
My name is Tio Betse.
Okay, what do you think about all this going on, and how do you think the protest can help? Our protest here in the UK can help those in Nigeria. Do you think it's necessary at all?
It is absolutely necessary, because when you look at the momentum that the End SARS protest has built over and across the boundaries of Nigeria, you would see that there is a clear voice coming out from the young people, whether you are in America or you are in the United Kingdom. Everybody is speaking with one voice. And that is building the confidence and the momentum for the people who are in Nigeria, who are facing the heat directly. While some of us might be in a diaspora, the fact that we are saying we are with you, who is in Nigeria, is making them realize that what they're doing is the right thing, and we are together in it. And whatever we can do from the outside to influence the international community, especially the United Nations, whatever it is that we can do, we are doing on our own side. So in that way, they're getting pressure from the inside and from the outside. So today you might think, this is Coventry, this is the United Kingdom, why are we protesting here? But we are fully aware of the impact of this sort of protest when it comes to pushing or putting pressure on the government, from external forces and external governments.
So what message do you have for those in Nigeria, and what message do you have for the government system?
the message is very clear, and the young people are voicing their message very clear. The young people are saying that enough of killing of young people, and it is not just end SARS. They're saying that you should end the issues with the government structure, which does not allow young people to have jobs, young people to go to school and finish school or whatever it might be. That young people who are thriving are not all people criminals. They're not all cyber criminals. And so stop victimizing young people. If there are, of course, if there are criminals in society, there is no issues, or we don't have any issues with addressing or dealing with them. The problem that the young people have is when the government is targeting any young person who seems to be successful in any way or any shape or any form. And my message to the young people is the young people need to rise up, keep this momentum, put the pressure on the government, not just that they end SARS, but they end every issue and everything that we have been crying out for, which they haven't done. Everything that affects us as young people affects our ability to thrive, affects our ability to actually express ourselves. Young people should keep that momentum until it is done. I would say this: what stops the government from having senior ministers and as the elderly, but then having junior ministers as young people? What stops the government from having governors as the elderly, but then having young people or the youth as deputy governors? What stops the government from having in all areas of the, whether parastatals? Because if you truly are looking to pass the baton to the young people, what you should be doing is mentoring the young people so that they take over. But if all of those offices are held by the elderly, clearly there is there's no plan for the young people, and that is why young people are upset, and that is why they are shouting, because they're saying that clearly you do not have us in your plan, and we are tired of telling us or promising us things that you're not going to fulfill. And so that's my message, young people: maintain the momentum, keep moving, keep pushing, and somehow we will be heard, because the young people in Nigeria statistically are far more than the elderly people. At least 75% of the people in Nigeria are of the age of 40 and below. And so clearly there is an ability, or we have the ability to move forward Nigeria, or move the hand of the government if we continue with this momentum.
Shay.
Okay. Shay, please, what do you think about everything going on, and what is your advice, or what do you think about generally?
I'd like to say congratulations to the Nigerian youths, because for the first time, they all decided to come together, drop all their religious, ethnic sentiments on one side, and speak with one voice. And I think that voice is the beginning of a new Nigeria, is the beginning of transforming Nigeria and putting Nigeria on the path to greatness. So with that, I'm so excited. And my advice to the Nigerian youths especially: don't let anyone intimidate you. Don't be distracted by anyone. Focus on the vision to end SARS and every wrong system, every negative system, every cruel system, every evil system. Continue to speak with one voice to end it. And the Nigeria that we have dreamt of, the Nigeria that we want, that we have aspired to have, will turn into reality. This is the beginning. They shouldn't give up, because it's very easy for them to allow people hijack the protests. This is not the time to be distracted. This is the time for them to remain focused, and there's still going to be there's still a lot of work to do. We have just started, and they should continue with that determination, and eventually we will get Nigeria to the promised land. So I would like to say congratulations to Nigerian youths. You have done the right thing. We are all into this together, and we continue with that momentum. We will succeed in creating the Nigeria of our dreams. God bless you as we continue with this struggle, which will turn into reality very soon.
My name is Temi Adewale.
Sorry, please, what do you think about the corruption going on in Nigeria? And do you think it will end with this protest, or do you think it will end anytime soon?
With this protest, yet we are sending a strong signal to the Nigerian government and to the individual in power. The protest has already communicated a lot of messages. It will end, but not soon. And it's going to bring a lot of changes in every part of the government parastatals. Both of those of them that have something in pipeline that they are finding or looking for a way to carry it out, those things has to be stopped. Because corruption is the major factor that is eating the country down. The issue of SARS that we are complaining about, the issue of police brutality that we are complaining about, it is because of the corruption. When the police academy is not being managed very well, when the resources is not there, their salary is so poor, The legislators are making hell of money, and they are not looking into the government as a whole. They are not looking to the Nigerian system as a whole, and that is why the corruption is eating us. And that is why we are complaining about this SARS. The definition of SARS does not justify the action that are being carried out. Why would the SARS people kill people with iPhone? Why would the SARS people kill people with tattoos? It's corruption. Everything is being going upside down, and it's corruption. So it's going to end not soon, but gradually.
Anybody, they don't care. They just want money. They don't care about any human being. I will say the name. Please, once I say this name, from your tummy, shout SARS. It's too much. Jimo Isiak. Slick. Ayomide Taiwo. Peter Ofuru. Chika Ibeku. Chubike Anams. Ifeoma Abugu. Christian Onigbo. Emmanuel Ego. Victor Matubuko. Chidi Odinawu. Stephen Agbayin. Tony Oruama. Tiamiu Kasim. Muswab Samani. Kolade Johnson. Onovo Matthew. Chinedu Ani. Precious Odua. Richard Gora. Chijoke Iloya. Linda Igwetu. Daniel Teller. Harry Ataria. Johnson Naimeka. Femi Bello. Chima Ikunado. God Gift Ekerete. Gabriel Owecho. Tina Ezekwe. Tony Zita. Modebayo Awoshika. Daniel Adewuyi. Chukwuemeka Matthew. Chika Ibeku. Aswamaka Maduego. Rinji Bala Uziel. Joseph Enyode. Anita Akpasin. Chubike Daniel Ikeguchi. Ifeanyi Ozo. Chinedu Meniru. Augustina Arebu. Anthony Nwokike. Paulinus Ogbonna. Ekena Isaac Megbe. Emeka Ojinze. Ademola Moshood. Ismaila Ayinla. Miracle Sunday. And Joy Ndubweze. SARS. When?
My name is Justice.
Okay, Justice, please, what simple message do you have for Buhari?
I just want Buhari to go. Please go and give it to a caretaker. We don't even want the vice president to lead. Give it to any old man in that seat. Please, they should all go. We need young people.
That's it. Buhari, please go.
Uncle Ben.
Pardon?
Ben.
Oh, Ben. Ben, what do you think about all this going on? What do you think about the police brutality? What do you think about SARS? And again, have you had any encounter with them?
I think this is a time for us to liberate ourselves because the stories are very horrible and ugly. I've had personal encounters. My cousin is still dead from SARS, being held by SARS, a young man that was still in school. I've had a personal encounter as well in my village where they threw me inside the car. Having returned from England on a night out, and they grabbed all of us, packed us in the Danfo car straight to the station, and extorted money from us. So I've got a very traumatic experience of SARS. I almost can't talk about it without breaking down. So I think it's time for us to take over.
My name is Majesty.
Hello, Majesty. Sorry, what do you think about everything going on in general?
Well, the truth is you cannot really say there is a reason to crime. crime a crime, no matter what actually have led to the crime. There is no justification to crime. But the truth is, looking at the issues of NSAS and every other factors coming out from Nigeria, it's not so dear at NSAS. All these things are part of the governance. The system is bad, okay? Because when we are making a comparative analysis, a cadet officer receives 50,000 in a month, which is less than 150 pounds. Understand? But in as much as that is so low, a police officer takes care of his uniform, a police officer takes care of his health, and there is no provision, no welfare, no insurance to their health and their family. I was listening to a particular radio presenting of a policewoman who was actually reporting, and you need to hear her give her own account. But the fact is, despite that, some of the issues they suffer in terms of their welfare, is it justified to their action? Okay, but something needs to lead to something. Right now, our cry is NSAS. We still have other issues outlined that from achieving this one, we keep achieving it down to the government issue. That issue of bad government, bad governance, poor infrastructure, everything on a dead state, we have to take it the boom by the horn. Because I'm saying this thing because God forbid that let it not be tomorrow, my children will start chasing me with cutlass that I made them a Nigerian. When we don't change this issue, we must change our story. And changing our story needs to start from the grassroots. And the grassroots is trying to begin to reform every sector, starting from the government down. It's so painful. A senator takes 29 million home a month, which is 58,000 pounds. And yet we beg them to allow our parents take 30,000 naira minimum wage per month. That is wickedness. So all these things are the issues that drag and connote this whole lot of corruption we have. But I believe we're actually going to change the story this time around.
What do you advise you have for the Nigerian youth?
Yeah, the advice I have for the Nigerians is that whatever we are doing, we should remain focused, we should remain committed, we should remain united. For the very first time that we are doing this thing, irrespective of tribe, race, or whatever be the issue, this is our fight. And when we don't get it right now, we cannot get it right again. We will keep doing this thing, we will keep doing it over and over again till we achieve all this thing.
Thank you.
I'm Adekunle Shonola.
And I know you are the president of Nigerians in Coventry. So what do you think about everything going on? What advice do you have for the youth of the country? And yeah, what's your general knowledge, or what do you think?
Thank you so much. It's a privilege actually to be at this generation. During our own time when we were much younger, we tried our best too, but we couldn't move as much as these guys are moving now. I really congratulate the youth. I can see the unity among them. I can see their focus. I can see their coming together that will bring a new Nigeria. I mean, we have learned a lot from the misgovernance that we have in Nigeria. It has not moved the country forward in any way. If the youth can be coming together to do this type of thing, then we are going to have a better Nigeria, no doubt about that. I really congratulate them for organizing the NSAS protests all around the country and even outside the country. I mean, we are here now as to celebrate the NSAS program that is going on, or the protest that is going on. And not only SARS, the Nigerian problem. You have so many problems from corruption, and corruption now must take place. From the big salary, fast salary, or the so-called armed robber salary given to the legislator, the senator, and the executives. That is too much. They need to end such things. I mean, if a salary of one senator can pay for 1,000 employees in Nigeria, that is disheartening. That is disgraceful. I mean, everybody needs to, we are all equal. They need to get something that fair as well to them, the employee of Nigeria, the workers. I mean, they need to get that as well. So I think from what the government the youth are doing now, they've achieved a lot with this NSAS, but it doesn't stop here. This is just to be their beginning. They should move towards other campaigns, like end the big salary being paid to the senators, end big salary being paid to our the lower chambers, the people in the lower chamber, and also end that kind of salary called security vote being given to the governors to spend anyhow. I mean, with the money that are given to the sharing among themselves, doing whatever they want with it, it's not accountable. It's not done in anywhere in the world except in Nigeria. So that's just that. I'm really happy to be part of what the struggle, the program going on in Nigeria, and we wish a success at the end of it all. We pray by the end of in the next 1 or 2 decades, we cannot come back and say, oh, we have a new Nigeria now. That's my prayer.
I'm looking for a group of people so we can take pictures.
A dead man can lead you. A dead man can lead you. We need total reformation of Nigeria. A dead man can lead you, man. All the dead and gone can lead you.
You know we like club before. Free music.
I don't think Ghanaians
When man no get work, nobody go gree do so. Ask us waiting this up. Ukuna the binary they give us joy. Massacre for my area, massacres for my area. Say them throw tear gas for the area. Say them shoot one boy for my area. We no be bushmeat, why you call me hunt us? Why you can't oppress us because you join for so? I know be a who boy because I say 119 internet fraud. Politics our permanent job. They want to cast our internet work, yeah. I'm on a slow and steady, everybody.